And I remember somebody inviting me downstairs and saying, "Hey, come listen to this guy speak." Had no idea what it was. I said, "Okay."
Aaron, one of the leaders, was willing to meet with me at Brahms, and then one of the other upperclassmen also came and met with me.
Cru was kind of one of my top priorities of places I wanted to get involved in when I came on campus.
The community that was there was close. Everyone was having a blast. Regardless of how the day went, everyone had a smile on their face.
Although I was following the Lord, it was just very, very immature faith.
So I could tell Cru was already a close group that was willing to get deep, and so that seemed super cool to me. So yeah, we've both been a part of Cru for a semester and a half now.
Freshman year me was looking for a group of people or a community, and just for friends who were believers.
There were a lot of times where it was me sitting off to the side awkwardly until I met a couple girls like Kat and some staff women who kept bringing me back, and I was like, okay, just continual obedience.
Yeah, I've been super blessed to have been called into disciple making and getting to do that in college.
Greek-wide took it in a different way that I had never understood before. I really understood what discipleship was like, and I was able to understand it and live that out.
One of my guys that I mentor and disciple, he wasn't a believer when he came to college last year. Something sparked in him. I don't know if it was COVID and how just being alone and everything. He started seeking out answers. I would talk to him about different things, spiritual things, different questions, making sure to read the Bible with him once a week.
It's hard to find a group of friends who are devoted to following the Lord. So Greek-wide's definitely provided that, and it's just consistently pointing me outward.
And he's really helped me be bold in the sense of just, even in my house and in Greek-wide and discipling girls, just being bold in my leadership and reaching out to those girls.
There has been so much growth I've seen in the girls I've met, just as they go on to lead Bible studies and as they talk about how they're starting to understand the Bible more. Or they're like, oh, I just prayed for the first time and it wasn't just about me. And I'm like, that's awesome. It's little things like that that make me excited.
Through COVID, right, when you don't have relationships around that, relationships are a massive part of what goes on in everyday life, especially in the Christian life. So I made it a purpose coming into my junior year that I was going to make sure and build those relationships, those godly relationships.
COVID happened, and so we all went home right around spring break, which was really hard because that's when friendships were starting to develop and starting to blossom. And I think that there was that much more of an urge to come back to school and to make disciples.
The skills that they were trying to teach us really seemed interesting, but also it wasn't just talking about evangelism that always happens. It was actually trying to get kind of get out there and actually start trying to do it.
My college experience has been extremely beneficial for me, but it wasn't just for me. I've seen how the Lord has used me in the lives of a lot of other guys.
One of the staff members pushed me to lead, and I didn't think I was ready. I still sometimes don't think I'm doing it right, but that really broke me out of my shell a little bit and allowed me to fully engage in the community and fully understand what Cru was.
And because of Greek-wide, I can confidently share my faith with those around me.
What has been growing for me, challenging for me, and taught me a lot of things about myself and how to relate to others.
I don't know, we drove somewhere and bought 10 Bibles.
Yeah, Dollar Tree.
Yeah, okay, Dollar Tree. and then went to Walmart and bought a poster board. And then that night made our poster, and the next day was Friday morning, and we stood outside the library with our poster for an hour and a half.
In the end, it doesn't necessarily matter whether or not I had an A or B in statics or thermodynamics or any of those engineering classes that I took. It matters whether or not someone had come to Christ or really understood how to apply what God is saying in His Word to their everyday life.
I am now in the position to bring someone else, to disciple someone else and bring someone else in. That's how we grow the kingdom of Christ.